If you are able to, please rise for the rendering of military honors. You may now be seated.
Air Force. Henry became a lab chemist at Standard Oil. Sorry. And also worked as a mail carrier for the United States Post Office. Henry leaves his beloved siblings to cherish his memory as follows: Doris, husband Milton Sr., Irma, Sylvia, Thelma, Cheryl Lynn, Sylvester Jr., Isaac, wife Shirley, Eleanor, husband Arthur, special brothers Jimmy Dixon, Johnny L. Dixon, and James Trash, and special nephew Carl Murray, and many other friends and family. Henry leaves the legacy of his genius and pieces of his DNA to his beautiful children, Bess, Malcolm, Sutrice, wife or husband Sean, Tiffany, Precious, husband John, Weenie, grandchildren Crystal, Kenyon, Ashley, and husband Emmanuel, Bess Jr., Dartavia, Reagan, Miles, Brittany, Kiera, Denero, Caleb, Warren, Joe, and Faith. Great-grandchildren, Holian, Kyla, Kenyon Jr., Caleb, Ariana, Emmanuel Jr., Alyssa, Asani, Asia, Pharaoh, Alea, Dorian, and David. He leaves his many nieces and nephews, Maymay's kids, to have sacred, sweet memories and lessons for a lifetime. Henry made history as one of many black men to be paid out for successfully passing the Chicago firefighters exam, but never getting an opportunity beyond that due to racial bias. Henry's life journey details high intellect and extreme perseverance. Although more intelligent than most, Henry remained but a humble man. There was never a need for a math tutor. He was a human calculator. Henry was always there in fatherhood. He took pride in his children. He would be the most creative in gift giving. He could often be observed putting together fancy gifts that no kid really wanted, but all adults appreciated for his children, like clothes, books, and the like. He would challenge you to knowing the presidents of the different dollar bills and would gift you envelopes with the face of the president only visible by the picture on special occasions. After many experiences throughout his journey in life, Henry became a man who could easily let go of hurt and pain caused by others. However, he would also take accountability for the moments where he faltered. Henry was also known as a protector, an envied father, a genius, a phenomenal brother, and a special friend. He was a very competitive chess player who went up against and beat some of the best champion chess players. He marveled in the titles of great son, father, uncle, and friend. He was the keeper of his brothers and sisters. Below are some quotes from his siblings. Doris, quote, "He was a very nice person and I'm going to miss him very much," end quote. Irma, quote, "He would give you wisdom," end quote. Sylvia, "He was my safety," end quote. Thelma, quote, "He was generous to his family," end quote. Cheryl, quote, "Best brother ever," end quote. Sharetta, quote, "He was her protector," end quote. She preceded him in death. JB Champ, quote, "He was a true big brother. He was there for you in ups and lows, but he never changed," end quote. Isaac, quote, "The best brother I could have. He was always there for me. He walked up on me just standing around one day as a young boy. He asked me, 'What are you doing?' My reply was nothing. His reply was exactly. From that day forward, I always kept a job because I never wanted to be doing nothing, end quote. Jackie, quote, he looked out for me forever, end quote. And the following letters from the children, I believe, are going to be read silently. Okay.
Can you leave?
Read.
Thank you.
Quote, 8/19 will never be the same. Saying, see you later to the one who gave me my name. You reminded me all the time that you spelled it wrong. It didn't matter because it made me unique all along. You weren't the perfect dad and I wasn't the perfect daughter, but good or bad, we still love one another. I keep a chessboard.
For coming in person of Master Farad Muhammad. Thank Allah much for Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Thank Allah much for our leader, teacher, God, the Honorable Minister was Farrakhan Abdul. In Greece words of peace of Assalamu Alaikum. I'm gonna let the Reverend Billy get ready speak, but I just want to do my acknowledgement later. I'm going to let the Reverend get up and do his thing. And you all looking good, and thank you all for coming. And I love what I would say that part. I'm going to let the Rev come on and do his thing. Come on, Rev. I'm studying. You got your good.
I want to start by giving honor to God, who is the head of my life, who I call the Elohim and Jehovah God, to his son, Yahshua, that many call Jesus, to my leader, my teacher, and my master, Bishop Dwight E. Halper, PhD, Diddy 33rd, to our Uncle Henry, and to all of you, I greet you with the word of peace. I thank God for this day. The day that he gave us to acknowledge and celebrate the life of Henry Berger. See, because this not no sad day. This ain't no day of despair. But this a day to rejoice. A day to set him free. Because he already free, right?
Amen.
He already free. He free from the sufferings of his body. He free from the sufferings of his life.
Amen.
But this the day. The freedom from our mind. And keep him in our heart. So I gotta ask myself when a person make a transition. I gotta ask myself, what I learned from that person? What that person teach me? What was that person about? So that's what you got to think about when a person leaves here. Because they were sent here with a purpose. They were sent here with a mission. But along that mission, along that journey, they met you. They interacted with you. You might have came here through that person. So I gotta think. I thank the Elohim for my Uncle Henry. Because he protected a lot of you. Oh, thank you. That was a mighty man. He was born in a day when you had to fight. When you had to fight hate. Because of the color of your skin. When you couldn't just walk around anywhere. Because of the color of your skin. See, I done heard a lot of stories about him. And he wasn't no joke. He wasn't no joke. But he was a peaceful man. See, they're the type of angels that God sent. They peaceful in their mind. They peaceful in their heart. But they bring a sword down on you if they got to. I thank him for that. So it's like somebody said, Uncle Henry, he ain't never changed. As long as I knew him, he was always the same when I seen him. He was just as peaceful. Just as himself. Because in spite of his condition, in spite of what he was going through, he knew himself. So you got to know yourself in spite of what you go through. You got to know yourself in spite of what others try to bring down on you. In spite of what this world try to bring down on you. That's why in the book of John, Yeshua said, I leave my peace with you. I give peace unto you. Not peace as the world give you, but peace as I give you. Because that comes from above. And you have to carry that in here and in here. I thank Uncle Henry for that. I remember when he was staying with my grandma Eleanor. And I asked him, I said, because I grew up watching Minister Society, Paid in Full. So I asked him, I said, why you don't watch no gangster movies? He said, well, I spent a lot of my youth fighting. So now I just like to watch stuff that bring me joy and laughter. See, that's what he was about. He was about joy. He was about the peace of the mind, the peace of the heart. So you got to keep that with you as you walk through your life. When you think about Henry Murray, remember the peace of the mind, the joy of the heart. Regardless of how they come to you. You don't go down to that level. You do like Henry Murray taught you. And have that peace in you. I thank him for that. I thank him. Eleanor, I thank him for your brother. Because see, he let me and my damn kids tear your house up in pieces. I thank him. He come out the room and check every now and then. And he left us in peace. I thank him. So you got to remember him that way. See, you got to, it's enough to love God. But you got to love your brother and your sister who you see every day. You got to love your brother and your sister who you see every day. Then you can say, I love God whom I have not seen. I thank him. I thank the Elohim Zahuzah for the life, the works, and the teachings of my great uncle, Henry Murray. I thank him for the love and the joy that he brought each and every one of you. Whether he was your father, your uncle, your brother, friend, cousin, whatever he was, whoever he was to you. Because he meant something. I thank him. I thank him. I thank him. I leave you as I came in peace.
Peace be unto you.
At this time, we welcome your expressions of love and acknowledgement. Maymay's kids are invited to come up and speak, and our friends are welcome as well. Please limit your expressions to 2 minutes. Thank you.
What a great job, Minister Reverend Billy. You did an excellent job. I would like to give one expression to my uncle. He was there for me when I was young. I always remember my father told me that he couldn't go through the project without knowing Henry Murray. He gave him his first gun, and he was there. You know, I'm saying, my father told me about this man. And my mother told me, if I got, one time I think I might have said something to my mother or whatever, she said, well, I get my brother with you. I said, oh, okay, sorry about that. And, I always love my uncle because losing my building, he always gave me extra money to help. He said, we're going to get that building back one day. I believe him, but he always had in his heart, even though I know But he did the love that he gave me. We go to the store and sell together. I used to be amazed at him adding all the stuff up. I tell the cashier, I said, I bet you get. I said, I wonder if he's gonna get those right. I might sneak into something else up there. He get everything right to the dollar. The cent might be off about 25 cents. But the thing about it, he got it all the way down to the dollar. And I couldn't believe it when I told the cashier to do it, and she was like, "Wow!" I couldn't believe it, but he always made sure that him and my grandfather was the first people that I ever loved going to the store for. My grandfather, we was able to keep the change, and then somebody over here would say, "Get what you want." And here's something for you, here's a little extra. I'm like, "Ooh, this is nice." So once to the store for other people was kind of hard. I'm like, "Dad, please, I'm going to go to the store for you, but I'm going to get out this deal." But my uncle always said, "All right, she want me to wrap it up," and I said, "I love you all." I'm like, "I love you all, and I love taking care of him."
Yeah.
He always made taking care of him was the most grateful thing that we had. I love taking care of us.
I'm gonna make this real quick. I just want to reiterate about what I said. When I was standing up in the building, me and a couple of guys, and he was coming from work or a baseball game or something. Anyway, he came past me. He said, "Man, what are you doing?" I said, "Nothing." He said, "Exactly. You ain't doing nothing." You know what? That turned my life around. Guess what I did? I turned around. I left my friends. We were shooting dice. I left my friends. I went up to one stop and I asked them for a job. And they said, "Well, what can you do?" I said, "Whatever you want me to do. I can stock, I can produce, whatever." He said, "No produce." I needed produce for that person. So he walked in, he said, "Come on." He took me to the side, by the produce. He said, he grabbed a lettuce and he grabbed a cabbage. And he said, "Which one of these are cabbage?" I said, "That one." He said, "You got the job." I was, believe it or not, y'all may not believe, I was 14 years old and I was a manager. Wow. I had like 6 people under me. I stayed there on and off for like almost 12 years. But he got me started. He told me, "Hey, don't be just standing around. Get up and go and do something." And ever since then, I found something to do. I really love the guy. He's whipping my ass a lot, but man, that dude, I was sweeping the floor one day, and I was cleaning up, but my job was to clean up, but sweep the floor and put it together. So my mother said, "All right, take out the garbage." I said, "Mama, they ain't my job." They said, "Bam!" I said, "What the?" I looked at my brother and said, "Hey man, did your mama just tell you that? But they ain't my job." Bam! I took out the garbage. I took the garbage out. But anyway, I was finishing short, but I love my brother. Good to see my family.
Y'all know I gotta bring some comedic relief to this situation. So I got real memories of Uncle Henry, especially as early as Uncle Henry helping me with math. I'm damn near a genius on math now. Throw them questions out, you know, in the workload. But what I like about and what I'm always cherish about Uncle Henry is the fact that he showed us and always told us that we was men. Right. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing other. We men.
Right.
He showed us that we can have some good women.
Right.
He showed us we can have some girls. But he showed us we was men. He let us know. And we always stand on that. And that's my own. the graduation money, the birthday money. It was all a learning process. It was all problem solving. He always made life learning. And that was a great way to be a man. I'm gonna miss my uncle. I don't spend a lot of time, period, but I'm gonna miss my uncle. And he know that anytime he called me, he got them chicken sandwiches, them fish sandwiches, pull ups, whatever, you know what I'm saying, when we do, but I always stood on us being men. And I love it. I love the Murphy name, Murphy men. I love it. Leave me alone.
All right. I want to say the best thing I knew about y'all father, this about y'all, that he showed me, no matter what you're going through, every time one of y'all came over, I was just so happy. I said, man, Uncle Henry finna teach something today. Let me tell you something. And, that was the best thing I learned, is how to be a father, how to be a man, no matter what. And he used to tell me, man, how your kids doing? Man, they mom crazy. So what did you do? What you teach them? What you show them? I was like, then I showed my son how to play chess. And Uncle Jay, you say he didn't beat him, but he beat him. And I just remember the last time he had a car, it broke down on the highway and y'all was looking. And he walked y'all home. I guess he carried y'all one by one or something. And I asked Grandma, I said, what's up, Uncle Henry? Oh, it got flat. He ain't gonna get it no more. You never seen him with a car again until he got the red. And that's who Uncle Henry was. He would make a situation better. But the main thing is, I seen how it was with y'all. And it made me understand, no matter what you do, I don't care if it's $1 or $2, now you know it. He'll give you whatever he had every time he see you. And I promise you can ask my wife. When the first time she met my uncle, she said, where you going? I said, man, I'm going to take my uncle some Burger King. and I'll be like, where you going? I'm taking my uncle some Burger King. He want the fish and he want the burger. I'm going to get it for him. And every time, I'm like, oh, this you? How much did it cost? I'm like, man, it cost $5.40. I'm like, I don't want the pennies, I don't want the nickels, I don't even want the $5, but he had to make sure he paid you back. Like Kyle said, he did not want nothing for free. It didn't matter. I was doing that with the kindness of my heart. I'm telling you. And I get in the car, my wife said, what's wrong with you? Man, he gave me my money. I just gave me nothing for him. That was just him. He did not want anything. And I've been jealous of y'all, man. Both y'all look like y'all father. And then you tell me, you look like Uncle Jay, man. At least y'all look like y'all father. And hey, man, that's a beautiful thing. You look like it, you look like it, you look like it. Hey, man, I got 5 minutes. I don't do the truth, man. Like Rico said, he taught us how to count. I got 2 more minutes.
So the story I got with my Uncle Henry is I remember he used to stay in a room at my grandma's house, and we were always going in had the long little toenails. We was going like, what you doing? What you doing? And he used to always have like big old candy, like drawers of candy in it. And we used to always go in there trying to take his candy while he was asleep. He was like, all you gotta do is ask for the candy. All you gotta do is ask. And then he was like, here go this, he used to have like books of quarters, like unlimited quarters. He used to always give us some books of quarters. Go to the store, go get some. We'd have him go to the store. He'd come back with more stuff than we asked for. But yeah, that's my story, my uncle.
Hey guys, I just want to say I'm gonna miss Uncle Henry. We know, Gary. We know. That's right. That's right. That's what I'm getting ready to say. I've never met a man who was on drugs and supplied the whole family with money. I can't even believe it. You understand? But I got a story about Uncle Henry. So one time I had needed a babysitter for my kids, my 2 little kids, yeah. And so I took them to Uncle Henry, please, can you keep my kids? I mean, they had to be about 3 and 4. Yeah, it was like 3 and 4. So Uncle Henry had, and I think Eric Murray in here has stomach issues, because I know I do too. But Uncle Henry had some Tums or whatever, and they were like candy flavored, peppermint flavored. So my kids, I knew they was crazy anyway, but anyway, my kids, when I got to Uncle Henry, said, listen, when I got there to pick them up, he said, listen, now the bottle said it's recommended do not have over 12. Your kids ate about 20 of them. So if their stomachs hurt, you take them to the doctor. I said, you know what, thank you so much, Uncle Henry. I said, thank you. But my Uncle Henry, I know, all I can say is he loved his whole family. He loved us. I don't know if we did them justice, but we did the best we could. You understand? My grandma probably would say, y'all some sorry mother. I love you.
I want to say something. Go ahead. But I gotta get up. Let's go right here. I used to be his maid. I can't never be a dime short. He would cost every penny. He said, hey, you're a dime short. I said, you ain't got that. But he was, man, he was a good brother. Because the kids, y'all kids, my grandkids, he didn't let y'all be courting around, growing maids and stuff. He told one dude, I really like to do it. He said, man, she big. He told me like that. Yeah, on the side, I asked him, why you do that? Because, no, you can't do that. No, it's not the time for that. Won't you learn how to read? He was trying, I wish I had to learn how to read. I can remember he had to take us, going through his addiction. I had got clean. First he had got clean. So he called me, hey, you gonna come down here and do detox? I said, no, you just make sure you do detox. Make sure you be clean. But I came. But he was driving. I was so scared. I said, Jackie, you gonna have to meet us at the corner. He parked the car right in the middle of the street. We had to run to Jackie Hall and get her to move the car. I knew right then he was coming. And he still wasn't a good person though.
All right, guys, this is our end. Thank you all. I was trying to get more people to come and say something, but I got one.
Hello, I'm Jahan Gardner. I'm here with my great uncle, my great uncle. I just want to say he was a great uncle. He was always there for me. I've always seen him with my mom, with my grandma. He taught me a lot. During his last days at the nursing home, he just used to tell me all kind of stories, and I would go up there. I'm sorry, I'm kind of nervous. Well, he was like 2 minutes away from me. So sometimes when I would get off work, I'd just go up there, say, hey, Uncle Henry, how you doing? Clip his little feet, clip his hands, clean between his nails, and just talk to him. And he would tell me so much about so many things. He would always say, okay, I'm gonna teach you how to play chess. I never learned. I never learned how to play chess, but I did learn how to play checkers with him. So he was just a good uncle, and he was always there for me. He was always talking to me, telling me about me and people, education. He did teach, he did say that. And that's about it. Thank you.
Okay, you all. We are at the end. I'm gonna say one thing and I'm done. The memory I have I have so many memories, but I think the one thing I want to say is that he taught us to love beyond a person's illness. So I think what we all collectively can say is that we loved our uncle through fear because we didn't want to make him upset. We loved him. We don't want to be his next victim, okay? But we loved him, and so I think a bunch of us work in social service fields, and I think we can appreciate and accept people for who they are because he was our first introduction to appreciate and accept the person for who they were. He never hurt us. And it was probably, we were the most respectful to him, although we've probably known as some of the most disrespectful kids. We didn't play with him. And so I guess what I give to you all is to continue to love people beyond their illness. And understand that that illness is valid and that illness limits you, but that illness can also raise people around them to a place where maybe they don't, they didn't know the person they could be. But if you love someone beyond their illness, that's a phenomenal love. We love our Uncle Henry. We love you all. We love you all at this front of this place. We love you all because he gave you all us. He gave you to us, you all to us, and we appreciate you all. We want to always let you all know that we respect you all, we love you all, and we love your dad. Thank you all. We're going to eat some food, enjoy some more memories of our Uncle Henry, and we have one last thing. Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you. Giving all praise to God was truly the head of my life. Today I stand before you as director of Emmanuel's Chapel to present to the family this plaque as a token of love to show my appreciation to you for using my services. And on the plaque it says, in loving memory of our precious loved one, Henry Warren Murray, born into life October 27, 1949, born into eternity August 19, 2023. And there's a poem that I think is befitting for the family, and it says, miss me, but let me go. It says, when I come to the end of the road and the sun is set for me, I want no rights to a Bloomfield room. Why cry for a soul that's set free? Miss me a little, but not too long, and not with your heads bowed low. Remember the love we once shared. Miss me, but let me go. For this is a journey we all must take, and each must go alone. It's all a part of the Master's plan, the step to the road home. And when you're lonely and sick at heart, go to a friend we know and bury your sorrows in doing good deeds. Miss me, but let me go. Before I present this plaque to you, the family, I'd like to say a few words, not only to the family, but to each and every one of you out there. We all have trials and tribulations and ups and downs. I tell you to put it in God's hand and he'll see you through. Amen. I also come to let you know that death is not the greatest tragedy in life. Let me say that again. Death is not the greatest tragedy in life. Amen. You may say, what is the greatest tragedy in life? The greatest tragedy in life is living your life without purpose. You say, how do I live my life with purpose? You live your life with purpose by first developing a relationship with Christ. And once you develop that relationship, he'll direct you on the path that you need to go. Amen. So my challenge to those of you that don't know Christ is to get to know him. Because I see death day in, day out. Black, white, young, old, pretty, and ugly. You all gotta go this way. So I'm challenging those of you that don't know him to get to know him. Because it's better to have Christ in your life and not need him than to need Christ in your life and not have him. Thank you. God bless you. This time at this time we're going to be dismissing from here, and we're going to go over next door for your food.